What's up, everybody? It's Coach Geers here, bringing you online class numero 90. We're going to work on some grappling moves today. We're going to do a couple different moves. One of the moves that we're going to do is we're going to work on a little takedown. We're going to learn how to grab our partner and how to take them down nice and safe, so we can take them from standing all the way down to the ground without anybody getting hurt. That's pretty important. The second thing we're going to practice is actually going to be the opposite. It's going to be what happens when you're stuck on the bottom. And this is going to be a way for you to roll over the person that's on top of you so you can be on the top. Once you're on the top, you can run away or you can hold them down. So, good ideas, good class for us today. We're going to work on some grappling. Get all those wiggles out for a second, and we'll start the way we always do. Touch your feet all the way together, hands to the sides like this. Give me a sir and a bow for respect. Very good. Hands up, whittle those fingers just like this. We're going to do our wrist circles next as we move all the way down through all of our joints. And now some karate chops. Don't chop anything off unless you have a lot of band-aids handy. All right, arms out to the sides, and we'll do some big circles. Big arm circles all the way around. Work those shoulders out. And now we're going to take our arm circles backwards all the way around. Make sure you're really stretching those arms out. Don't fly away like a helicopter, though. That would be terrible. All right, now put those arms right to the sides. We're going to stretch our back and our chest when we go back and forth with our arms like a giant scissors. Don't chop your body off. Very good. Now for the next one, you want to open up your feet just a little bit, and you're going to twist your whole spine all the way through down to your toes, and then back to the other side. Back and forth for the old twist, just like this. Good. Now we're going to work our hips and our back out, bringing it around town like SpongeBob always says, doing those big hip circles all the way around. Now for the next one, make sure your feet are all the way together. Hands down here, and you're going to bring it around tiny town with some knee circles right here, just like this. Easy peasy, you're looking tough. Now we're going to stand up tall on our tippy toes and back down low. And all the way up tall, back down. And one more time, way up tall and back down low. Now you want to take your feet, touch them all the way together. Put your hands to the sides like this and say, sir, and we're going to do a bow for respect. You're looking good. I love it. The next part of class is we're going to work through our exercises. And remember, we're not just doing our exercises to practice getting strong muscles. We're also doing our exercise to practice good teamwork. So make sure you're counting with me and doing your exercises with me so we can do it together like a team. Remember, a team sticks together, so we got to stick together. You got to start with me and finish with me. One of the ways we'll make sure we stay together like a team is we're going to count together. And the way we always count is we say 1, sir, 2, sir, all the way up to 10, sir. So we're standing frozen like a popsicle. The first thing we're going to do is jump and open up our feet and make a big capital A. And then we're going to jump and put everything all the way back together like a big capital I. And then we're going to jump up 2 times and make a A, just like that. Now, we have to make 10 A's and I's and count 1, sir, 2, sir, all the way to 10, sir. Ready, set, go. 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, and 10, sir. Well done. Hands out in front of you. We're going to open up our feet just a little. You want to imagine like you're going to sit down in a tiny chair. Nobody sits in a chair like this. So that's not a squat. I want you to bend your knees like you're sitting down in a tiny chair. And then stand all the way back up. Keep your hands out for good balance. Remember, ninjas never fall down. So we always got to practice having good balance. Ready, set, go. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. And 10, sir. Well done. Mountain climbers are next. We're gonna switch our feet back and forth. So it doesn't matter which foot you pick first, but put one of them in the front. Both of your hands are gonna go down on the ground, and you're gonna hop up and switch your feet back and forth. We'll count them together to 10, sir, just like all the rest of our exercises. Down for those mountain climbers. Ready, set, go. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. And 10, sir. All right, you guys are looking tough today. Just a couple more exercises to go. We're gonna lay down on our back for the next one. This next one is called the reverse curls. Here's a little trick, a little tip from the pros here. If you put your hands right underneath your belt, just like this, it'll help your lower back so it doesn't hurt your back. You wanna stretch your feet out, you're gonna bring them up and stretch them out for the reverse curls. If you're really tough, your feet won't even touch the floor, but they'll stay super close the whole time. Ready, set, go. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. And 10, sir. Put your feet on the floor just like this. And your hands together right here like this. And now all you have to do is take your hips and your belly and lift them up in the sky. Make sure you leave your shoulders on the floor. Lift up your belly and back down. When it goes straight up in the air like that, it's called a straight bump. Ready, set, go. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. And 10, sir. Well done, everyone. You are looking tough. That's all the exercises that we're going to do for the beginning of class today. So we are looking strong. Now, we're going to work a little bit more on our bump. And we're going to talk about that because it's going to be a really important part of one of the moves that we're going to do today. I know that you just think it's an exercise, but believe it or not, it's actually a ninja move. Isn't that ridiculous? I know. By the time this class is over, though, you're going to understand completely, okay? So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the bump again, but this time, instead of going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, we're going to do a bump hold, which means we're going to go up, and that's it. We're going to stay up. We're going to hold our belly up in the air. And the whole entire time that we're holding it, that's when we're going to count to 10, sir, without going up and down, up and down, up and down. So this is called a straight bump hold, okay? So let's lay down on our back again in the prayer position, just like this. When I say up, we're going to lift our belly right up, and then we're going to hold it just like this. And while we hold it, we're going to count 1, sir, 2, sir, all the way to 10, sir. Super easy. Now, while you're doing it, make sure you're using lots of muscles and holding that up as high as you can. But don't forget, you have to keep your shoulders on the floor, okay? Hands like this. All right, let's lift it up and hold it, and let's count to 10, sir. Ready, set, count. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. All right. Now, that exercise sometimes is just called a bump, but today we're calling it a straight bump. And the reason why we're calling it a straight bump is because there's actually a lot of different kinds of bumps. One of the other kinds of bumps is called a side bump. So, let's practice the side bump next. Now today when we do our side bump, we want to do a side bump hold, just like we did 2 seconds ago for our straight bump hold. So let me demonstrate the side bump first. I just want you to watch. So don't do anything yet, just watch me, okay? I'm gonna spin so my head is pointed right at the camera, just like this. Because I want you to be able to see my shoulders and my body in a line, okay? Now, the last exercise we did was the straight bump, and we just went straight up in the air. For a side bump, we want to go up and to the side. So you see how I do this? It's like my shoulder is pointed up to the ceiling, just like this. And we're going to hold this and count to 10, sir. And then when we're finished, we're going to rest for a second, and then we're going to do the side bump to the other side. We go up to the side, and then we're going to hold it just like this. Now, if you think about it, it's kind of like you're just trying to look over your shoulder, except instead of sitting up, you're doing it while you're laying down. See, it's like I'm looking behind me, just like that, okay? That's called a side bump. So, lay down in your back in the prayer position, just like this. You can pick whatever side you want, because we're going to do both sides. So for me, I'm going to go to this side first, all right? Let's do a side bump hold together like a team, okay? So first, lift it straight up in the air. Now, turn it right over to the side, just like this. Are you holding it nice and strong? Make sure your belly's up in the air, and don't let your legs fall. You want to keep those legs nice and strong. Let's count it out like a team. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. And 10, sir. Back down low. Let your back rest for just a second and your leg muscles. Whew, that's a tough one. Okay, now, we don't want to be lopsided, so if we just practiced it on the one side, now we got to practice it on the other side. So lift it up high, turn those shoulders to the side, hold it nice and strong. Make sure your legs are strong. Don't let them fall. Hold them strong, baby. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. And 10, sir. All right, all right. You guys are looking tough and strong, okay? Those were good side bumps. Very nice. Now, we're going to do a quick little exercise just to kind of work on our arms and our shoulders and our leg muscles just a little bit. The exercise we're going to do is called the inchworm. Have you ever seen an inchworm before? They're these little worms, they're almost kind of like little caterpillars. And the way that they walk, they go 1 inch at a time. And they go like this. They start out and they curl into a ball, and then they stretch out. And they curl into a ball and they stretch out. And they curl into a ball and they stretch out. And they're really kind of neat looking, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do an exercise that's called the inchworm. It's super easy. I'll demonstrate it first. Watch. What you're going to do is stand like this. Your feet have to stay right there. They're not even allowed to move. They stay right there. You're going to use your hands to walk almost as far out as you can reach without letting your belly fall down too low. That's pretty far, just like that. Now watch, my hands are going to stop, and only my feet are going to walk, 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 walk. And then I'm going to use my hands. Hands, 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 hands. Feet, 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 feet. And that's kind of how an inchworm does it, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do the inchworm 5 times, all right? So, stand nice and tall. Put your hands right down on the ground, right next to your feet. Now, all I want you to do is use your hands and walk. Hands, 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 and stop. Now, use your feet. Walk. Feet, 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 feet. That's 1. Hands, 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 hands. Feet, 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 feet. That's 2. Hands, 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 hands. Oh my goodness. Feet, 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 feet. Holy smokes, that's 3. Now I'm running out of room. I'm going to turn around. hands, 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 hands. Feet, 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 feet. Holy cow, last one. My legs are burning. How are you feeling over there? Woo! Hands, 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 hands. Feet, 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 feet. Whew! Holy cow. That was a good workout. Or am I just kind of old? Don't answer that. I don't want you to hurt my feelings. Okay, we did awesome. Let's do one more move. It's a silly exercise. It's not really a silly exercise. It's actually a great move, but it looks really silly. It's called a shrimp. Has anybody ever eaten shrimp before? A shrimp is like a little sea creature, and they're delicious, and they curl up into a little ball. And the reason why they call this move the shrimp is because you have to kind of curl up into a little ball, and you kind of look like a shrimp, okay? Now, when we do this move, there's 2 keys. The first key to doing a good shrimp is you have to stay on your side. Don't lay on your belly. Don't lay on your back. Lay on your side. That's the first trick. The second trick, you want to move backwards, not forwards. So the 2 tricks, stay on your side and move backwards, okay? Now we know that it's called the shrimp because we're curled up into a little ball. So the way that we're gonna start this is we're gonna kind of lay on our side in a little ball, just like this. Super easy, okay? Now, we don't wanna go forwards, we wanna go backwards. So, my shoulder is gonna stay right on the floor. My body is gonna stay on its side, and all I'm gonna do is use my feet to scoot backwards like this. Scoot, and then I'm just gonna do it again. So I bring my feet up and I go scoot. Now, am I staying on my side? Yes. Am I scooting backwards? Yes. So is this a good shrimp? Yes. If you keep doing it, watch what happens. I just scoot, 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 and look, I just brought myself right back around to where I started. Everybody, lay on your side. Make sure you're all the way on your side. Curl into a little ball, like a little shrimp, and make sure you use your feet on the ground. You don't just want to flop around. You have to use your feet, okay? So put your feet on the ground, take yourself and give yourself a big scoot backwards. Ready, set, scoot. That's good. Now do it again. Ready, set, scoot. Good. Now this time say shrimp. Say shrimp. Keep shrimping until you went around in a big circle. Keep going. Good job. Now, watch this. You ready? I'm going to sit up and I'm going to lay on this side. Everything's the same. Stay on your side. Go backwards. Shrimp until you're in a circle. Ready, set, go. Shrimp. 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 Wow. Did you do it all the way in a circle? Good job. Now, before we move on, let's talk about something that we have to use inside of our brain if we want to be a good ninja. So today, we were working on a couple wrestling moves, and we're going to continue to work on a couple more wrestling moves. Those good wrestling moves are ways for us to be good ninjas. But those are ways to use our muscles and to use our body to be a good ninja. Now, how can we use our brain and our heart to help us be a good ninja? Well, we can use what is called self-discipline. Self-discipline means doing things that are hard. but not just doing things that are hard. It means doing them by ourselves without having to be told. That is self-discipline. So, we know by now that if we want to be good at something, that is good self-discipline. So, we know by now that if we want to be good at something, we have to practice it, right? And when we go to school, our teachers tell us what to practice and when. But does that mean that we can't practice at home on our own? No, we can always practice at home on our own. When we practice at home on our own without being told, that is using good self-discipline. We decided that we need to do some extra practice so that we can get better. That is good self-discipline. Think about the things that your parents tell you to do. Put on clean clothes, brush your teeth, clean up your room. Those are good things for us to do for ourselves. It's good to wear clean clothes because it makes us be healthy. It's good to brush our teeth because we have to take care of our teeth because they're part of our body. And it's good to clean up our rooms and clean up our mess because those are our things. And that way we know where our things are. We don't lose them and break them. Those are all good things that our parents tell us to do all the time. But do you have to wait until your parents tell you to brush your teeth before you go to bed? Or if you know it's bedtime, do you think you could just go brush your teeth? Do you have to wait for your parents to tell you to put your toys away when you're done playing with them? Or do you think you can just put them away when you're done playing with them? That's good self-discipline. Be a better ninja by practicing good self-discipline. Now, we can practice our self-discipline today and every time we have class by making sure you're watching the coach and practicing as best as you can. So let's practice the next move. The next move is called a takedown, and we're gonna work on an underhook takedown. It's really easy. I want you to use your imagination. Imagine that someone is right in front of you, just like this, with their arms right out in front. You are gonna take your hand and grab onto their wrist. You're gonna take your other hand and you're gonna reach underneath their arm and hug their back. And then you're gonna pull and twist. Just like that. So I want you to practice it with me, okay? Face the screen, just like this. Take your hand on this side, say, grab the wrist. Now, step forward and say, underhook. Now, pull and twist. Just like that. That's a good underhook takedown. Let's try it one more time. Ready, say, grab the wrist, underhook, pull, and twist. Pretty good. Now let's practice it 2 times on the other side. Everything's the same, it's just reverse. Take your hand on this side, say, grab the wrist. Take your arm, say, underhook. Now we're gonna pull and twist. Let's try it one more time. Grab the wrist, underhook, pull, and twist. That's pretty good. We did an awesome job with that. For the next part, we're gonna do one last segment. This time, we're gonna use a pillow to help us out. So all you need is a pad or a pillow. Grab your pad or your pillow, and this is how we're gonna practice. You ready? The next move is called a bridge and roll. It's pretty easy to remember because you take your belly and you make a big bridge. Doesn't that kind of look like a bridge? Like you could drive a truck right underneath there or ride a train right over the top, right? That's called a bridge. The move is going to be called a bridge and roll. and we're gonna use a pillow to help us. So let's do this. Lay on your back and put the pillow right on your belly. Now, your arms have to hold the pillow the whole time without letting go. Hug on tight. Now, in order to do our bridge and roll, there's 3 steps. Ready? I want you to do the steps with me. You already know the first 2 steps. You just didn't know that you already know. Ah! You ready? Here it goes. Hugging onto our pillow. I want you to lift your hips straight up in the air and say, bump. Good. Now, hold it up there and then turn your bump into a side bump. You remember this? Now, watch this. Take your leg and say, kick over. You should be on top of the pillow, hugging it tight. Now, all you have to do is kneel, just like that. That's pretty good, right? Let's try it again. Hug that pillow tight. Say, bump. Say, side bump. Now, kick that leg all the way over. Say, kick over. And then sit up tall, just like that. That's pretty good. Let's try one on the other side. You ready? Lay back on your back. Hug that pillow tight. Say, bump. Side bump. Kick over. Boom. Oh, that's pretty good, baby. You guys are looking tough. Now, if you ever get attacked by a pillow, it's attacking me. You know just what to do. Wait a second. I don't think you're going to get attacked by any pillows. So I'll tell you what. What if we didn't have a pillow? What if now we got rid of our pillow and we asked a partner to come out and help us? I brought a partner with me today. I brought Coach Max. He's going to come out and help us with the last 2 parts of class. So if you have a partner, now is a great time for your partner to come out onto the mat to help you out, okay? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to work on that bridge and roll, and we're going to work on that underhook takedown, okay? So let's do the takedown first. It's really easy. This is the one that we just did. Grab the wrist, underhook, pull and twist, okay? Watch this. I'm gonna have my partner in front of me, and he's gonna have his back to the camera so I can still face the camera. And then we're gonna do it from the side so you can kind of see both of us, okay? So here's how this one's gonna work. Watch. The first thing I'm gonna do is take one of my hands and I'm gonna reach out and grab his wrist. I wanna grab the arm on the same side, so don't grab across. I'm gonna take this hand and I'm gonna grab his wrist right here. Say, grab the wrist. Now my other hand is gonna get the underhook. So it wants to go underneath his arm and then grab his shoulder. But I don't wanna stay way back here. So you remember how we kind of stepped in a little bit and we got our underhook. Look, underhook, wrist. Now if you remember, I have to take his wrist and pull. Say, pull. And then all I gotta do now is twist and watch my partner, he'll just kind of fall. Boom. Just like that, okay? But here's the thing. I don't want to throw my partner down. I want to take my partner down. And that means I need to go down to the ground with him. So let's do this one a little bit sideways this time. Ready? I'm going to take my hand and grab the wrist. I'm going to take my arm and get the underhook. And when I pull and twist, look, I just go right down with him just like this. And then I can just hug for a lockdown. Pretty good? Let's try it 2 more times. You ready? We'll do it on this side again. I'm gonna grab the wrist, say, grab the wrist. I'm gonna get the underhook, say, underhook. And I'm gonna pull and twist. You should be able to do it very gentle, just like that. Very nice. Now let's try one last one. And this time I'll do it on the other side so you can see from both angles, okay? So do it with me. Take your hand, say, grab the wrist. Take your arm, say, underhook. Now watch, I'm gonna pull and twist. And then I'll just lock him down. Boom, right there. That's pretty good stuff, baby. An underhook takedown. All right, now, we're going to go to the bridge and roll, and we're going to do the bridge and roll. Now, the thing that's a little bit different about the pillow is the pillow doesn't have any arms, and the person does have arms. So I'm going to show you how we're going to use that, okay? So watch. If I lay on my back, my partner is going to put his knees on the side, and he's going to sit right on the top of the mount, okay? This is no good for me. Uh-oh, this is terrible. Now, a lot of times, the top person, they'll put their hands on the floor right here, just like this, okay? And now I got one hand kind of by this ear and one hand kind of by this ear, okay? So this is what I need to do. I don't want to hug his back because then he can use his arms. So instead, I'm going to take both of my hands and I'm going to grab onto one of his arms and I'm going to pull it all the way up off the mat and hug his arm. Now, he can't use this arm because I'm hugging it. He can use this arm, but not this one. So now that I got his arm hugged, what I want to do is look over to the side that I grabbed his arm on. Because now I'm going to use my legs and I'm going to do a big bump and a big side bump and a big kick over. And look what happened. Now I'm on the top. And now I can just stand all the way up like this. Man, look how safe I am. Nobody had to get hurt, and nobody's on top of me holding me down. Let's practice it together. On your back with your partner on the top. Hands on the floor by your ears. Take one of their hands and lift it up and hug it tight. Whatever arm you have, look that way. Now you're going to lift your belly up for a bump and turn it into a side bump and kick all the way over and then stand up. Man, that was pretty good. Let's do it to the same side one more time. All right, the hands are on the ground. I'm going to lift that arm up and hold it really tight. I'm going to look to the side. I'm going to do a big bump and a big side bump. I'm going to push really hard for a kick over. Oh, man, and then I'm going to stand all the way back up. It's pretty tough, okay? Good job. Now, the thing that makes this move work is you take away one of their hands so they can't put it on the floor. If they can put their hand on the floor, are you going to be able to roll them? Nope. So, let's talk about what happens if they're so strong and they pull their hand out. All we're going to do, if they pull their hand out and we can't roll them, we're not going to try to roll them anymore. Instead, we're just going to wiggle out. And the thing is, you already know how to do it because we already practiced it. We're going to use the shrimp to wiggle out. I will show you exactly how it works. Watch. We're going to start the same way on the bottom. My partner's on the top, hands on the ground. I'm going to grab the arm and I'm going to hold it tight. Now, when I try to roll him, his arm's going to come out and it's going to go on the floor right there like that. And I can't. It's too strong. So I'm not going to try that anymore. Now I'm just going to turn on my side and I'm just going to push and wiggle until my feet come out and go right up by his belly. Now, once I put my feet by his belly, we're going to stop. I could do a lot of other things, but right now, we're not going to push our partner or kick anybody. We're just going to put our feet on their belly. That's it. Let's try it together one good time. This one's called the shrimp, okay? So remember, it starts by trying to get his arm. So grab that arm and hug it tight. All right, now when you try to look and roll him, that arm's going to come out. Oh, no, that's okay. Don't worry. Just push. Push on their legs and wiggle. It might take you a while. You might get kind of stuck, but just keep pushing until your feet come all the way out right like that. That is called the shrimp. Awesome class today, everybody. Good stuff. We did some good wrestling. We worked on an underhook takedown. We worked on some bridge and rolls. We worked on the shrimp. We got a lot of work done today. Make sure you give your partner a high five or a handshake. Tell them thank you for hanging out. Let's bow out like a team, okay? Put your feet all the way together. Hands to the side. Say, sir. Sir. And bow for respect.